Hi Internet, welcome to my YouTube channel where we do a daily crossword puzzle. Today we've got the Thursday New York Times puzzle, and I'm glad to have you along as we solve this one. The constructors are Lance Enfinger and John Kugelman. Will Shorts is the editor. I'm John Appleseed, your host here on the channel. And let's see what we've got in this Thursday New York Times puzzle. I like the Thursday puzzles. Looks like we've got some circles and some gray squares. Thursday puzzles usually feature some kind of theme, but there's no title to give us a hint. So we have to figure it out. So obviously we'll have something to do with these gray squares and the circles. We'll probably use the letters from the circles to make some kind of phrase with the gray squares. So we'll have to find out what we're doing here. One across Grammy-winning singer who's had both a farewell tour and a Here We Go Again tour. Didn't Cher have like a... She retired and then came back. Maybe Cher fits for 4 letters. 1 down, vulgar, could be crass or crude. 2 down, blank español, habla español, do you speak Spanish? 3 down, funeral home professional. What happens in I was thinking undertaker, but what's a process in a funeral home? And I think it's an embalmer. 4 down, hotshot lawyer. 13 across, class, that might be all play and no work. All play, putting on a play would be something you do in drama class, I think. 16 across, one robed in a kittel. I don't know what a kittel is. It sounds vaguely Yiddish to me, and a rabbi. We've already got these 2 B's, so I think it's rabbi. 13 down, Gen Z slang for awesome style. I don't know that. Let's try crass for vulgar. 18 across, former carrier over Mauna Kea. Carrier, probably an airline over Mauna Kea. Mauna Kea in Hawaii, so it's probably Island Air. I don't know this airline, but it sounds like it would be Hawaiian airline. Is something drip if it's awesome? I don't know that word. 21 across, it ends, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. That's one of the Psalms. Don't know which one. Maybe we've got a Roman numeral here. Drip. Awesome style is drip. Okay. Kids these days, who knows what they're talking about? 5 across, carry out orders. To carry out orders or orders of carry out food. I can't think of one that would either of those meanings. 5 down, holder of a large bed. Some kind of pick-em-up truck. I'm not sure. 6 down, least aerodynamic, maybe. Don't know, but least would probably end in EST. 7 down, Qatari title, could be Emir. Could also be spelled with an A. 8 down, and blank. Here we are. And poof. And voila. No, what's a 3-letter word that would go there? Carry out orders. Obey. And yes, here we are. 14 across is seriously, dude. Come on, bro. That actually fits. Don't know if it's right. What is something that holds a large bed? A flower bed? Bed of a truck? No. So what is the opposite of aerodynamic? Sleek and blunt? Sleek and what? 17 across, let's look at that. Part of an evacuation plan. Nope, 15 down. Largest of the dolphin family. Okay, no, orcas are related to dolphins. I remember learning on a cruise. 9 across, some images carved in Egyptian tombs. Asps would be a 3-letter word that would fit there. Seriously, dude. 9 down is rub with oil. That might be anoint. Can that be spelled with 1 N? Maybe. 10 down, graphic novels with a question mark. So some kind of joke or unusual word, meaning of the word graphic or novels. What am I? Chopped liver for 11 down. And 12 down, Super Mario World console in brief. Nintendo NES. I don't know. References as references. 20 across. He references references. He cites references. It was supposed to be an I. Graphic novels. Could be smut novels that are graphic in terms of being racy. Let's try asps for the images carved in Egyptian tombs. 11 down. What am I? Chopped liver? Pay attention to me. I don't know. Don't know what the console would be. Is it Super NES? NES maybe? I think Nintendo is Mario World. Come on, man, for Seriously Dude. Part of an evacuation plan, some kind of route. And, chopped liver is pate. Pate, the garnish for a food is actually chopped liver. Okay, there we go. And yes, and yet, here we are. Surely I could always be that way again, and yet I've grown accustomed to the trace of something in the air, accustomed to her face. All right, so boxy is the opposite of aerodynamic. So boxiest for least aerodynamic, and then an exit route for part of an evacuation plan, and the ocean has a large bed, the seabed. And I guess this is Psalm 1. Okay, I was thinking of a Roman numeral there, but I think the first psalm may end in, but the way of the ungodly will perish. 19 down, blank a good turn, do a good turn. I remember that from the Boy Scouts. Billy Goat's cry is meh. Hot shot lawyer. Rainmaker, I know as a phrase for somebody who brings in a lot of money to a firm. So not necessarily a lawyer, but could be an advertising executive or consultant or something like that. But maybe it's rainmaker. The highest producer in a law firm would be known as the rainmaker, I think. So R-A-I-N-M, and we've got salmon, the fish in these gray squares. Salmon and rain. Rain Man. We follow the circles here to this A, to this N. Rain Man is a film. Does it have anything to do with salmon? Here we've got trout, another kind of fish. And the circles spell not app, or backwards, Patton. Rain Man, Patton, both films. Trout, Patton, salmon, Rain Man. Not sure what is going on with the theme. 22 across, sin and cos. I think that's sine divided by cosine. That's something from trigonometry. Tangent would be the other one. Didn't get as far as trigonometry, but I remember those words as they're buttons on a calculator. Vulpine is like a fox, and foxes are thought to be sly, so let's try that. 26 across, revealing statement. Ta-da! A statement you make when you reveal something. That justifies the question mark, I think. Okay, that's the top third of the puzzle done. 30 across, first movie to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. With that EK ending, it's probably Shrek. 30 down, Auld Lang blank, Auld Lang Syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? 31 down, the chess-playing Mechanical Turk of 1770. That was a hoax. There was actually somebody sitting inside the box playing chess, if I remember the story. 44 across, loves of the past. Somebody you loved in the past might be your ex. Let's put it X's. All my exes live in Texas, as the song goes. 40 across, to catch is to nab. And 32 down, cartoonist and inventor Goldberg. Oh, Rube Goldberg. if you're somebody talk about a Rube Goldberg advice, the cartoonist used to draw these really complicated devices to like butter your toast or something like that. Tagline, you're it. A line you say when you tag somebody in a game of tag. 37 down, company that bought out Applebee's in 2007. Another restaurant chain might be IHOP. Didn't know they bought them out. 33 down, put away. To stow. That fits, I think. 41 across. What R might stand for on an envelope. Okay, probably wouldn't have gotten this without the letters we've gotten already, but in an address, R next to I might be Rhode Island, so the R would stand for road. Be left at a loss. 46, is that to owe? Be left at a loss? I owe you money, I'm left at a loss? I think that's right. 25 down, 49ers score. Probably not the football game here, but their namesake, the gold miners of the gold rush of 1849, a 49er who scored, who succeeded, might find a mother lode of gold ore. 22 down, toys for tots, perhaps. Oh, that could be a typo. You meant to type tots, but you ended up with toys. Yeah, that would be a typo. Telegram enders are stops. You used to have to put in the word stop instead of a period in the telegram. 35 across, setting for biohackers. And Bones. Bones was a procedural set in a forensic lab. Biohackers sound like it might be kind of the same thing. Let's try lab. 38 across, mocking name for failed businesses of the early 2000s. So .com, the .com boom, I think is what we're talking about here, is these .bomb, the businesses that failed. I don't know, that's not familiar to me. 27 down, heaps, a lot. 28 down, Pulitzer-winning Kendrick Lamar album. Don't know the album title. 29 down, 1974 Eurovision winners. I think that is ABBA. That's how they got their start with their song Waterloo. Waterloo, I was defeated, you won the war. So it looks like .bomb fits for 38 across. Then, still don't know that album title. 39 down, Golf Hall of Famer, who was honored with a 1953 ticker tape parade in New York. Beginning with a B. Don't know. Company named after a volcano for 43 across. Etna is a famous volcano. It can be spelled with an A-E. I guess that's where the insurance company got their name. Did not know that. 47 across. Objectivist Rand is probably Ayn Rand, the author. 48 across. Kind of rally. A pep rally. 55 across. There it is. And I don't know what it is to put in, but we'll figure it out. 55 down. Exchanged words. Looking for a past tense verb here, or exchanged could be an adjective here. I'm looking for words that are exchanged. I don't know, but there is a question mark. 56 down, organization in some company lawsuits. Organization is abbreviated in the clue, so we'll need another abbreviation in the answer. Some company lawsuits. I'm not sure. 57 down, little engines. Believe the little engine that could. Right? I think I can. I think I can. I guess I can. Yeah, that fits. I was trying to put I think I can. That's not going to fit. Green icons on Rotten Tomatoes. And with that. 49 down. Take in. To eat. No, there it is. 59 across. Film angling for awards. Or what's depicted 3 times in this puzzle. Okay, so we do have film titles. Crossing with the names of fish. A film that is angling for awards is an Oscar bait. I haven't heard that phrase either, but yeah. If it's a real prestigious period drama or something, you might describe that as Oscar bait. Okay, so maybe we have Oscar-winning films that are the shape of the circles represent a fish hook, and it is catching the name a kind of a fish. So Rain Man is catching salmon. Patton is catching trout. Ben-Hur is a film that probably won an Oscar. Ben-Hur is catching a shark. No, we need a 4-letter word for a fish. And I don't know what that is. Okay, I think that may be right. I could have Oscar bait wrong. 55 down, exchanged words. Nope, 56 down, that's the organization in the lawsuit. Green icons on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a film review website. I don't know what the icons would be. Take in your salary. What you take in is what you earn. 60 down, you blank. I agree, you bet. 58 down, word with giver or taker. Caregiver, caretaker, yeah, I think that works. 42 down, short change. Nope. 51 down, Halls. Former partner, Hall & Oates. What was their big hit? Can't think of it. 47 down, station announcement in brief. I think on All Points Bulletin. We're talking about a police station here or a radio station? Not quite confident about that. Tour guide's admonition for 35 down. Stay close. Hit list for 50 across. 58 across, seafood dish known as the king of salads. Is it a crab something? King of salads. 61 across, Utah's blank canyon waterfall. Don't remember that. 63 across, leaves the slip. Perhaps the slip is where a boat would be. Is it sails? You sail off from the slip. 66 across, tonsillectomy specialist for short. Is that an ear, nose, and throat doctor? ENTs. Ben Hogan is a golfer I've heard of for 39 down. Then 52 down, fear for a launderer. I'm thinking of tearing the garment in the cleaning process, or maybe it's a really difficult stain to get out. Oh no, I think maybe it's an audit. A money launderer might be in fear of getting audited. Banknotes featuring the Temple of Angkor Wat. That's in Thailand, I think. I think their currency is called the Rial. 54 down, Hamiltons. Another currency-related clue. I think the $10 bill here. Hamiltons are tens. Is there a char fish? I was kind of thinking of char. That got me audit for 52 down. Let's put in C here, and then we get stay close. For tour guide's admonition, Ogden is a place in Utah, so let's spell reals with an E. I think that would also be a good spelling. Crab Louie, I don't know what that is. I guess it is a seafood dish, and it's some kind of salad. I have heard of Crab Louie, but I did not know it was kind of a salad thing. Hit list is some kind of chart. Short change. Is this All Points Bulletin, maybe for 47 down, then either pop chart or top chart, probably pop chart for a music list of music hits would be number one on the pop charts. So short change, to deprive. Yeah, that didn't quite click at first. 62 across, well, I never. The nerve, or what nerve? What nerve? I never heard of such a thing. There it is. Voila. Voila. Et voila. There it is. Tomatoes are things that can splat. Is that in the context of... I guess, yeah, the idea behind calling the site Rotten Tomatoes is that you're throwing tomatoes at films you don't like. So I guess you might rate a bad film according to the number of splats it gets. That I'm just coming up with this from the context of what I know about the site, but I think that would probably be correct. 64 across Comic Sans is a font. Exchanged words, so vows are words that you exchange in a wedding ceremony or something like that. OSHA would be an organization that a company might sue, and I think A will finish the puzzle. There we go, a bit over 20 minutes, so I struggled with that one a little bit. That's a little bit slower than I would normally do a Thursday, I think. It took some thinking to get these hooks. I had to get the revealer down here angling for awards. That's nice, gives us a sense of fishing. Oscar bait, not a common phrase for me, not a phrase I would use a lot, but I can figure out what it means. And from that definition, I think that would be good. And then that got me the idea of fishing. And I realized that these are fish hooks that are catching fish. And all the film titles, I was wondering about what does Patton have to do with Rain Man, but they probably are both Oscar winners, as has been her. And I'm not familiar with the char as a fish. Kind of rings a bell. I'll allow it. Okay, that was a good Thursday puzzle. A little bit of a theme. We didn't have to do any rebusing where we put multiple letters into a single square or anything like that. We did get a revealer to tell us what the theme was, and that helped us figure out the fish hook idea. All right, I enjoyed that one. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please come back for more puzzles and games, and I'll see you next time.